Welcome back, guys. It's Dr. Somji.
And it's Dr. Solomon here.
We're going to be talking about something that's been trending on the internet recently is, do lip fillers make your lips wrinkly?
Do they?
Well, kind of, actually.
Okay, tell me all about it.
It's a half truth because I get these messages all the time and people come in clinic and say, hey, I want to have a little bit of filler to just to rehydrate the lips. Nothing like crazy, but just a little bit just to make the lips hydrated. We need to whittle down to what we're actually putting in. And we're putting in hyaluronic acid, right? So we're putting hyaluronic acid just above that muscle layer in the lip, so underneath the skin and in the small portion of fat in the lip.
So it's hyaluronic acid, which is hydrophilic, which means it draws in water and you put it under the lip.
It draws in 1,000 times its weight in water, right? It's circumferentially.
Which is quite incredible, but then what is the consequence of that?
Well, the thing is that if you're gonna put something underneath the skin that's drawing in moisture from underneath, but also the top too, and you've got slightly drier lips in the first place where you're essentially evaporating and losing water, it's gonna actually make the surface of the lip drier temporarily because it's gonna dry out the top, because that's what the molecule, that's what the filler does. It draws in moisture from everywhere it possibly can. So, and the reason why is, but A, if you've got an impaired skin barrier where you're losing water, and you're putting the filler in, you could end up with slightly drier lips temporarily.
Which defeats the point of having filler really, other than the volume effect. So you're drying out your lips, but your lips are slightly bigger.
Yeah, but now, this is why it's a half truth, okay? What's the other half? How can you go completely the other way and have really kind of luscious, juicy, a super hydrated lips? Wow. You can start actually doing something about it. So actually putting moisture on the top after you've had lip filler, right? So
this is a secret hack.
This is the secret hack. So you got to be putting something that your hyaluronic acid can draw moisture in. So you've got, for example, the ordinary natural moisturizing agents. That's pretty good to put on the top. There's different types of hyaluronic acid that can go at different depths. So you can hydrate that whole area. And you want to put something like glycerin on as well. So things that are kind of going to give you that bit more hydration, and natural oils. So you should put that on first, and then afterwards you're going to occlude it. What would you recommend to occlude with?
I think a very good occlusive agent would be something with petroleum jelly in it. My favorite being Vaseline. Lots of other brands which essentially are the same thing. If it contains a basic petroleum jelly in it, that would be your perfect barrier. Very safe on the skin, and it would essentially stop the evaporation of the water. And it's something that we both do every day. Yeah,
so what you basically want to do is fill from the surface of the skin down to where your filler is with kind of natural hyaluronic acid, kind of topical stuff. So you can use kind of serums, hyaluronic acid serum really well, just so that you are attracting water from inside the blood vessels, so underneath in the muscle layer, rather than drawing in from the top. You want that whole top layer to draw in and draw upwards. And then also you want to prevent loss through evaporation. So temporarily you're going to put Vaseline on, that's going to help keep the moisture in. And then your body's going to start repairing that superficial lip area so it doesn't appear kind of wrinkly and dry.
So what you've just described essentially is a sandwich method.
Sandwich method, slugging for the lips.
Yeah.
So refer to our slugging video. I mean, that's super popular right now. And then look, here's our hack. This is what we do at clinic. We are one of the first clinics in the world that does fractionated CO2 on the actual lip. And the reason why we do it, rid of that superficial skin layer, so it's ablative. It gets rid of that dead skin layer and allows new skin to grow in a more organized fashion so that you don't lose as much moisture. And you can have 4 or 5 of those treatments, and it really helps along the way.
And you can do it with lip filler as well.
You can do it with lip filler without having to worrying about it breaking it down or anything like that. It's completely safe, and it's also not too painful too.
Okay, perfect. So in summary,
if you don't look after your lip filler and you don't do the right aftercare, then yes, it can make your lips wrinkly, but we've just given you some top tips of how to actually go completely the other way and have super hydrated lips after lip filler and get all the benefits that you had when you had the treatment. Any questions, anything that you've not understood, just let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to click the link to like the video, but more importantly, subscribe, because we're talking about things that not many people are talking about. It's from the experiences of essentially years of experience in clinic. So if you have any questions that you think, wow, okay, this would be a great video, please let us know too.